If you order scampi in Italy, you're gonna get a variation of like a grilled langoustine, which is just like a large shrimp, in a garlic butter sauce, garlic butter wine sauce kind of thing. If you order shrimp scampi in America, it's gonna be a very similar thing served with pasta, which in my opinion is the best way to enjoy it, if you're not gluten-free. If you are, you can enjoy this without the pasta just the same, but today we're gonna make it with some of this felicetti rigati. You could use rigatoni, you could use spaghetti or fettuccine. I'm gonna leave a link down to this recipe and a variation of it as well, but this has been the pasta I've been most obsessed with as of late. I feel like maybe it's not as popular as it maybe used to have been, maybe it's gone out of style a bit, so we've gotta breathe a little bit new life into it, and that's what we're gonna do today, so let's just jump right into it. Before we get into it, I have a question for you guys I'd love you to answer down in the comments for me. Are there any other pastas to you that seem like outdated, or maybe have gone out of fashion that you haven't seen in a while, that you'd like to see? Maybe we could do like a little revamp of it. Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you could hit that like button down below the video, it really helps the channel, and it's the easiest and cheapest way to support me if you like these videos. So now, let's talk about shrimp. I've got these beautiful shrimp right here. They've got their shell on, which is what we want. Generally, shrimp scampi calls for like the largest shrimp you can get your hands on. And the way shrimp is sold is by the amount that you get into a pound, like the literal number of shrimp. So if you see something that says U16, that means there's 16 shrimp in a pound. And that's gonna be a larger shrimp. Whereas if you see something that's like a U60, that means there's 60 shrimp in a pound, and those are gonna be little tiny guys. Anywhere from like 15 to 20 per pound for this recipe should work, and we're gonna go with a half recipe. So this will feed about 2 people. You know I like to do half recipes. So this is a pound, it's about 18 in a pound, and you can just double this if you're gonna go with a full pound of pasta. And you wanna get them fresh with their shell on, because it's a better value, and we're gonna use that shell to bring more flavor to this dish and to make it better. And what I was gonna do is infuse these into oil, but then I did a little bit of research, and I found America's Test Kitchen has a great little trick into not just infusing the oil, but infusing the wine before making the whole sauce, which I thought was a smart way to do it, so I'm gonna steal that. But what I didn't like about their method is they used cornstarch to thicken the sauce, and I don't believe we have to do that, because I've never seen an Italian use cornstarch to thicken their pasta sauce. So the pasta should be the thing that can thicken it. So we need to remove the digestive tract of the shrimp, and so we're gonna need to cut along this edge of the shrimp. So we're gonna take some kitchen shears and insert it right in this little gap where the digestive tract is, and then just cut along that back side of the shrimp, and then peel off the shells, throw those into a bowl, and then remove the poop. Cutting the shell should reveal the digestive tract. It should only be a 3-step process of cutting, peeling, and then deveining the shit. And then you get some nice clean shrimp. And so now what I want to do is just to cut this into 3 pieces. Once in half, like that. Then I'm gonna take that thick piece, then cut it into pieces like that. Bite-sized pieces. We've got bite-sized pasta. We want our shrimp to sort of play well with the pasta, like I kind of always like to do. We got a bowl full of shells, and then a bowl full of our diced shrimp. Pair nicely with the shape of our pasta. Often shrimp scampi is served with the shrimp whole, and for me it's, if you're using larger shrimp, which is what the recipe calls for, how do you get it into your mouth? So I like to break it down. I'm gonna put these off to the side. Now this is a garlic, wine, and butter sauce, so I need a good amount of garlic. I'm gonna go 3 large cloves should be enough. I've showed you this really easy way to peel garlic. Kind of don't cut all the way through the paper, and then it all comes out as one piece. I mean, everybody makes a big deal about peeling garlic. I don't get it. I'm just gonna slice it up real fine. And then about half of a lemon. I just cut a couple of cheeks around the edges. That should be fine. And then we're just gonna finely dice our parsley. Just get it into a really tight bundle so that we don't have to do too much work initially processing. You can go really slow at first and just get it all broken down. Then I go the other way, back around, hand over here, Other hand safely on top of the knife and not moving. Always staying on the board, thumbs out of the way. Switch sides. Get it into a pile again, a couple more times. So we've got our sliced garlic, some chili flake, our diced parsley, our lemon, our butter, our white wine, dry white wine, our shrimp shells, which we're about to infuse into the wine, our diced shrimp, and our pasta, and that's all it's gonna make. Once we start cooking this, it's gonna come together really fast. So I'm gonna want my water basically at a boil, and the first thing we're gonna do is infuse the shell flavor into the wine, strain it out, and then start actually making the sauce and cooking the pasta. I get a large saute pan on medium heat, and once it's hot, add a couple tablespoons of olive oil to the pan, just enough to coat the bottom. And then we're gonna toss in our shrimp shells. And we're gonna manage the heat. We wanna kind of toast them, but we don't wanna burn them. Sort of like how you'd roast bones to make a stock. And then we're gonna drop the heat a bit before adding the wine, because we don't wanna like instantly evaporate and reduce it. We kind of wanna steep it like a tea and infuse that shrimp flavor into the wine, and then we're going to use it later, so we still need to maintain some volume. After about 5 minutes, we're gonna strain out the broth and the wine, squeeze it out all of that flavor from those shells, and then we can get moving forward. Right now the water should be boiling. I'm gonna get some salt into it, and I can see this rigatoni takes 12 minutes to cook. So I'm gonna get the pasta into the water, and it's 12:44 now. I'm gonna give the pasta 6 minutes to cook, and then I'm gonna give myself 6 minutes to make and finish the sauce. Timing is gonna be key in this recipe, so I'm constantly thinking about what I'm doing when. By the time I get to 12:50, the pan should be hot, and I'll have 6 minutes to put it all together. Now it's 12:50. We're gonna add the garlic to the butter. We're gonna cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes until golden brown around the edges. After about 2 to 3 minutes, I'm gonna add the infused wine along with the lemon juice. Kick the heat back up. I'm gonna add some chili flake, which I forgot to add with the garlic. And right now we've got about 3 minutes left to go in this cooking process. So now I'm gonna add the shrimp. I'm gonna season it with salt, which you can also do ahead of time for about 30 minutes before cooking. And then we're just gonna gently poach the shrimp in the broth. I'm on about medium to medium-high heat. I don't wanna kind of boil the shrimp too hard. And once they're about 70% cooked and the pasta is about 2 minutes away from perfectly al dente, I'm gonna add the pasta to the sauce. Now I want to turn the heat up, and what I'm looking to happen is as we toss and stir to marry the pasta with the pasta should continue to absorb the sauce while the starches in the pasta and the pasta water that we add help thicken the sauce, as well as through reduction from the heat of the pan. Now we're going to toss in a handful of the diced parsley. At 12:56, it's about 12 minutes of cooking. Our pasta should be cooked, so now we kind of want to start to work in some cold butter. A tablespoon or two at a time until it's fully worked in and the sauce is thickened and creamy and coats the pasta and the shrimp. Once the pasta is cooked and the sauce is nice and creamy and thickened, it's ready to be served. Sauce is nice and creamy, and we didn't need to add any thickener or anything to get there. You could compare it very much to like a French beurre blanc. Now, right off the bat, what you're gonna notice is that the shrimp, rather than being tough, is tender, and that's exactly what you want. The sauce is creamy, really clean, you use fresh, really good quality shrimp. I'm obsessed with this pasta, I'm telling you. And if you don't want the pasta or you're not eating carbs, you can just omit it and you cook it the same exact way. Honestly, one of my favorite things to eat right now, this time of the year when it's hot, it's the perfect pasta dish for the warm weather. I'm gonna leave a link down where you can pick up some rigatoni. Recipes and all links are gonna be down in the description. And if you could hit that like button and give me a subscribe, that helps the channel a lot. It does me a solid, I really appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. That's all that I have today. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself and go feed yourself.